Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amused Jester. My name is Junior. Today, we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified series, 112 scale, Law and Order. Um, this is kind of something that I really wanted from the G.I. Joe Classified scale series because this is one of the toys from the original G.I. Joe line that I did actually have. So I just wanted to show the back of the unit. This side. There's the side. So let me go ahead and open it up and let's see what's going on. All right, so now we have Law and Order auto packaging, and this set, for first of all, is $45, and this is basically one of their deluxe sets that comes with an animal pack and so it's not just $35 and it's not $24. It's the final tier of $45. Um, I can already tell you that it's so worth it to me because of the nostalgic factor, the emotional connection that I have for this particular figure. But before we dive into that, let's look at the stuff that's going on here. Let's deal with the fact that the figure has a lot of hand gestures going on, and not only a lot of hand gestures, but they're hand gestures that are specific to this character that is related to this accessory, meaning that it's coming in with these command gestures, right? Like heal, stay down, you know. Um, this one over here, I don't know what command this would do, but it seems like it's a command gesture for the dog. Closed fist. Look at that. This is kind of amazing, and it's kind of like a pointing figure too. So multiple hands with specific gestures to command the dog. That's just amazing that they did that. So that's an up for the value. Um, I was looking at this helmet and I thought, oh man, it's got scratches. No, it's not. It's actually paint deco specific to this one. MP Military Police, soft rubber, goes in easily to the head. So that's cool. The weapon, this is what I was talking about in terms of the weapons. Like, it's got at least it's got one paint deco of the green over here, but most GI Joe weapons are this, just plain black. That's why when I was comparing the Star Wars Captain Brutus figure, it actually had multiple paint decos. It had silver, it had bronze and everything. So that's kind of interesting to note that Star Wars Black Series figures, which is basically the same scale and kind of the same price point, slightly higher, has that much paint deco just on the weapons. It's got a baton. I think that's a baton, security baton. Good enough. Comes with a knife, which thankfully does have a silver coloring on the knife itself, and this pair of handcuffs. It's just one big piece of plastic, so I don't know if it's advisable to bend this. For the dog itself, comes with a mask to cover the face up, I suppose. Will it cover both faces? Yes. Wow, look at that. Fits in nice. Then let's try this one. Yeah, because it's so pliable, it fits in very, very nice on both heads. And while we have this head face, this dog face, let's do a close up on the dog face really quickly. Look at that. Wow. Like, look at the dog's eyes. And look at the dog's ears. The paint application on those is just amazing. They even painted the white dots in the eyes. Then look at the paint job on the hair and the muzzle. It's a freaking dog, and I think they did more paint application on the dog than the person itself, but we'll see. Like, the only complaint I would have in this paint application is that as as impressive as they did with the ears, it was lacking in the mouth, because look at how clean that mouth is compared to the ears. Here's the second head sculpt, or I should say the primary head sculpt. Look at how much they captured that. I wonder if they actually did a scan of a dog's face, because that just looks very, very natural. Wow, well done on this. So well done. I'm so impressed. It's a dog. I'm so impressed. And you can tell how much detail they put into the paint application of the face, because if you were to look down here, let me take this off. So I removed the collar on the dog. Look at how much it changes in terms of detail. Look at the blackness of the hair here. Like, not as much paint detail on the body as they did on the head. So you can really tell that the head really did um, had a better paint application, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I've always said, concentrate on the head, get the head right, and everything just falls accordingly. MPK9, it's got a holder here, a holder here. This whole vest is plain, aside from the MPK9 wording. And as always, they don't treat the animals as a secondary accessory, but more of an actual figure. Even has rotation here. Has a joint here. Might as well look at the joint. It's got a joint here, but that's actually a ball socket. Oh, it's even got a hinge. Look at that. So this one goes a little bit in and out. Rotation. Look at that. And then I believe it's even got a rotation here. Up and down. Up and down. Look at this. Watch this rocker. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm really impressed. I mean, I've had these before. We have Mutton Junkyard and everything. But really, I'm just always going back to it. I'm so impressed. So it's got these holes over here, and I wonder if it's meant to, so that you can plug in something for order. So since we have it on close up, we must look at law over here. Look at that. The hair actually has different gradations of reddish. It's got a wash to it to just add a little bit more. Look at the eyes. I wish I could close in more. Oh, there you go. And I can tell it's got some sort of like makeup going on in the cheeks. Or is that just like the translucency of the plastic? I can't tell. Alright, so again, the vest does have a second tone of blue here. The vest, it's mostly just casted plastic, but I'm okay with it. Again, with also the shirt, it's just red. This is separate, so that's cool. That it's separate and still not so clunky enough to obstruct the sculpt. This is usually separate. Let's see if it is separate here. No, it's actually molded into the wrist, and I'm okay with that because when you replace hands, that's gonna get lost if it had not been molded in. It's got a belt separate from the vest. This is a already sculpted in, and I'm okay, but it's got a secondary one, so I'm assuming that's for the second pair of handcuffs. So I suppose you can bend it. Ooh, that's so scary. Oh, look. What? It's got that. Interesting. But because of the resistance of that's gonna pop off, it would have been better, I think, if it had just been closed. And then they made it thicker. But still an interesting added feature. The loop for the nightstick. I wonder what this is for. This is for a holster for the gun. Another one here. Alright, let's look at the articulation. Articulation on the head, all around. This color is somewhat restricting the movement on the back of the head. Going down, left to right. So it does have a joint here on the bottom of the neck, and it is moving. Yes. So it's got a separate joint on the neck, similar to what Star Wars is doing, and this one just popped out. No restrictions on the shoulder. It does have a butterfly, as you can see. Bicep swivel. This one came off. Double jointed on the arm, on the elbow. Let's do it this one. I did not heat this up, so it's a lot stiff. Okay, goes by that much. Swivel, side to side swivel on the both wrists. It's got a ball joint socket on the waist. And inside, as you can see, it does have the joint that I prefer was just a straight up and down, so you'll have added articulation, but kind of hampered by the blue vest. Look at that. This is why the reason why I like this so much more better than another ball joint. Oop, his head popped off. And does have a drop down hip joint, so you can accomplish that. Thigh cut, double jointed knees, nice. boot cut. Not much on the ankle going down. Not much on the ankle going up, just a little bit. And an ankle rocker. Does have a socket for a plug-in. Look at that. Ah, Law and Order. Oh my god. Yeah, this is kind of like my favorite. And I've had this in packaged it delivered a long time ago. I just never had the chance to open it up. They've been accumulating so much. I tell you what though, let's go ahead and start evaluating this. So you must have heard from how excited I am from the initial opening about this one that's gonna rank high in value. And it is. So initially, oh, this is actually in the wrong spot. So I can already tell it's gonna be the value in this one's gonna be over 12, right? Now it's $45. That price is a little bit high, and it's high enough that. Well, where do you put the knife? There's no knife sheath. All right, so going back to the topic at hand. So $44 is high enough that we already have a new accessory pet deluxe going on in the series, the Desert Scorpion, and that's $46 or $47. So it's about $2 more than this one. And honestly, I I don't have it pre-ordered. I'm cutting on pre-orders. I'm not familiar with that figure, and I'm not thinking of getting it. But after handling this, I'm so impressed that I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order it just to see what it's like, because it's not a dog, it's a scorpion. I want to see what kind of articulation they're gonna have onto it. Um, it looks like the tail is is segmented and articulate. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order it. It was kind of an interesting figure for me anyway. So because of this, I'm gonna go ahead and order the $46 figure, which is already high, and it's a figure I'm not connected to. What that means is not only is the value high at 12, not only is it surprising, so I'm giving it 13. Not only do they include these gestural hands that are specific to these two figures, so that's a 14. Because it convinced me to get another figure that I was already hesitant. No, I wasn't hesitating. I flat out did not pre-order it. I'm gonna give it a 15. It is that impressive. It's that impressive. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's end this review right now. Value 15, base price of 10, equaling to $45. Definitely a must get. If you know who Law and Order is, if you've had him as a toy, this does not disappoint. Not only does it not disappoint, it actually excels at what it does. The fact that it made me buy a secondary figure that I wasn't interested in, that's a high value for my list. And maybe, you know what? No way is this the knife sheath. But I don't want to lose this, so we'll just pretend that's what it is. That's no way. That's crazy. There's got to be a knife sheath in here somewhere. Why? Like, they could have added something here. Just a slit to put it in like that. Or maybe in here. That's crazy. Well, you know what? We can't let this thing get lost, so We'll switch this hand out as the pointing hand. We'll remove this. Put this one in so we can hold a knife so that the knife does not get lost. I really am impressed by this. So yep, value 15, base price 10, equaling to $45. A definite must get for the G.I. Joe Classified series. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again on my next review. Bye.